Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, and west. You've tuned in to the July 11th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Mhm. And I am your host and moderator and facilitator, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. So I'm missing my caller. Okay, glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. And I hope your day been good. Hope you had a great day. And if not, we hope and pray that things look better tonight and tomorrow. And we hope last week was good for y'all. Y'all had a good holiday weekend or what have you. And I know I did, and I enjoyed that rest. That was my first time not doing any broadcast since late September of last year. So yeah, 9 months. But hey, I enjoy it though. It's a labor of love though. But thank y'all so much for y'all support. Okay, we're gonna get started. You know what we do right here. We do our salutations and just let us know. It's not necessary, but let us know where you're from. And of course, we're going to just say that. Okay, here we go. Oh, Sherry from Houston. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for your support. Dr. Wilbanks, glad to have you here, sir. Glad that you made it here. Okay, who else we got here? Uh, Sister Irizarry, great to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Okay, got you right there. La, 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 la. Serena Diane from Michigan. Good to have you here. Great to have you here. T Tijuana from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Always a pleasure to have you here. Felicia Brown from Houston. Good to have you here. Annette L. Price from Pennsylvania. Always great to have you here. Shammy McIntyre from Delaware. Always fantastic to have you here. Lynn Brown. Yes, you back home in Guyana. Yeah, you was in the U.S. a long time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad you made it back safe. Tanya L. Jackson from Pensacola. So glad that you're here. I'm fantastic that you're here. Robbie LaGrone Nixon from Houston, Texas. Good to have you. Minister Sharonda Mims Harris from Jacksonville, Florida. Great to have you here. Yes, it was a fantastic rest. It's got fatter. Jamaica Mobley from ATL. Good to have you here with us. Sister Leach, great. Always a pleasure to have you here, Sister Kathy. Always a pleasure. Danielle L. Butler from Sandusky, Ohio. Great to have you here. I like those glasses. Okay. Cuz. Always good to have you here, cuz. You're looking good. What's up? What's up with you, cuz? Stay out of trouble. Okay. Sister Angela Madison from Long Island. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Kitty Mac Cat. Always a pleasure to have you here. Pamela Williams, good to have you here from Orlando, Florida. I think about oranges all the time. Shireen, great to have you here as always. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Sister Arzala Morales from Belize, great to have you. I'm doing fine, doing fine. Do better when I eat my dinner, but doing fine though. Glad y'all could join us and glad y'all can make it here. Who else? Phyllis Lee from Georgia, from the Peach State. Great to have you here. Pastor Balders from Columbia, South Carolina. Always a pleasure and an honor to have you here. And Yolanda Greer from Maryland. Hello to you, greetings and salutation to you as well. Okay, let's get started though. Let's get started. We do our little appetizer first. And I'm just gonna put it up here first. That's a little kind of quick one. I'll just put it up here. Do you need or do you want a partner? Do you need or do you want a partner? And just a simple question, I just say it's safe to say all of us want a partner, present company included. All of us want a partner. We don't really want to be alone. We say we like being alone, but we don't want to be lonely though. But again, you want it though. But do you need a partner? Some people feel like they don't need a partner, and some people feel like they do need a partner. Well, you know what? As always, I got some media for you. So y'all take a listen.
I need a man. I'm intentionally creating margin in my life, in my calendar, in my schedule to create space for a relationship. That is important to me.
Talk to us.
Because I desire love.
Come.
I'm lovable.
Yes.
I'm loving.
Yes.
I'm a phenomenal lover.
To a 6'2", man, I get you.
If you 6'2" and above, right? And I need a man. I desire a man. I want a man. I'm not walking around with the energy of I don't need a man. Now, if it were just based on material possessions or on finances and stuff on paper, do I require the financial support of a man?
Yeah.
No, I do not require that. Do I desire to be supported by a man? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do I desire to be held down by a man? Absolutely. Yeah. Held down
I got you.
by a man? Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that we were designed to go through life like alone. I think that we were designed for companionship.
Okay. And she stated her case, though. I think she did it quite articulate, and she's pretty easy on the eyes, too. So, hey, she shouldn't have any problems. Let's see what the kinfolks saying. It's not a need or a want. It's having someone who will compliment you, compliment what I already have and who I am. Okay, that's good. Desire and want isn't need. Okay. Tracy from Michigan, great to have you here, ma'am. Tia from Kansas City, great to have you here. Facts. Okay. Danielle Butler, personally, I desire to have a man share my life with me. Yeah, to share your life with. Yeah. And I desire that female to share my life with. And I always, if you ever come to our meetings, though, to the after parties and socials, and we had a great social last week, though. If you ever come to our socials, I always say that kind of joke that, hey, I'm for real. I am, you know. Now, I would like a partner, you know, but I feel that I need a partner to help me run this. It would be nice. It would be nice. That's what I believe. So I don't know. So, and I think it's gotten to the point that society has drilled into us, and I think it's really picked on the women the most, that, if you don't have a man, then something's wrong with you. If you're not married by now, back in the country days, if you weren't married by 19, you were considered an old maid. And now women still catch hell as far as, being pressured into getting married. Not just dating someone, but being pressured into getting married. And then of course starting family, though. Ignore the fact that she's an independent woman, she got a career going, but no, sometimes society do a number on us. And with men get asked, and I think it's a more family thing. Their mothers ask, when you gonna get married and give me some grandkids? They always, it's a pressure. People at church, man, bro deacon, bro this or bro that. When you gonna get married? All these women that's in this church, you know, you ought to have your wife by now. And it's that pressure. It's that pressure. So let's see what y'all saying though. I'm very interested to see what y'all got to say. Here we go, Linnell. Nell, good to have you here. Sure, for companionship. Okay. Renee Duncan, good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Sherry says, I personally want and need a partner. I don't like doing life alone. Okay. Kitty, I want the companionship of a husband, but I don't need one. I understand. Nor do I want a man to need me. Understand that too. And no one, let me just stop right there. And I think that's where a lot of folks, and again, go back to what I said this a minute ago, society has trying to pressure us to say, hey, you need the companionship of a man/woman. But then no, do you really though? Do you really need it? You know, and like Kitty says, I don't want a woman to need me. You know, if anything, she could want me, and guess what? I could want her. It's just that simple. Shireen, I always get that same question. Why are you single? If you join our group chat in SBC, I said that was one of the most irritating and annoying questions known to mankind. Why are you single? Heck, why not? And in second place is why you don't have any children. I think they kinfolk. Okay, here we go, Sister Morales. You're going to make me read today. Someone to match my energy and to help build together. A woman needs love. Men respect what the Bible says. Some women are so headstrong like myself, but yet I humble myself to all God to send me a man. And guess what he did? Also, we have to remember, yes, some might need a man, but when it comes down to it, some things we women can't do on our own, and we need a man. But yet, some of us just want to want the tallywhacker and use men for that. I am so glad that a sister said this on national television. I'm so glad a sister said this right here. But yet, some of us want the tallywhacker and use it for men. I'm just saying, each to their own. But at the end of whatever rocks your boat. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I ought to sing you something. Keyword honor. Okay. Felicia Brown. I agree with what she is saying. At this point, I'm tired of doing life single. I need a partner to do life with. There are things I feel I want to accomplish that would be easier with a partner. We can help each other with the ups and downs of life. Tijuana says, I need and I want the person God has created for me. Like I always say, there's a difference between needing someone in your life and being needed. Ooh, let me read that again. I always say there's a difference between needing someone in your life and being needed. I desire and want the whole package. Preach, preach, preach. I'm 52. People say, what are you waiting for? Waiting for God. That's the way I look at it. I'm 53, so I understand. Brother Barton, good to have you here, brother. Great to have you here. Donna, good to have you here. Marcus Wilbanks, it depends on what anyone's definition of a partner means to him or her. I sometimes need an appropriate match to my emotional needs. Wanting other friends does not mean you don't love your partner. And in fairness, Marcus, it also means you need to be an appropriate match for her emotional needs as well. It's give and take, Let's think about that. Not picking on you. Let's think about that. When we seeking a mate, we always say, hey, I want this, I want that, She need to compliment me. She need to be on the same page as I am. But what are you doing? And I'm not talking about you, Mark, just anyone in general. What do you have? Will you be the appropriate mate for them? Will you be the missing piece to their puzzle? Will you compliment them? You know, and that's where I think a lot of us miss the mark. You know, let me straighten my head out. I want to look. Yeah, hold up. There you go. Yeah, now look too mean right there. Okay. Let me see. Terrell Lynn Parker. Good evening to you, pretty lady. Good evening. Kathy, I strongly desire a mate to share my life with, but it's not an absolute need. Boy, y'all coming in. Johnny Willis, great to have you here, brother. I'm 61 and I could care less now. It gets to that point, but guess what, bro, Johnny? One of these, you saying that you care less, and then nothing wrong with that. But that special lady gonna approach you. I've seen it happen. Once we say, hey, I'm tired of looking for this person, then that's when he or she pops up, though. So, and when she does, I want a report. I want a special report so we can post it. Okay. I saw that. Okay. Well, y'all coming in. Thank you. Uh, Minister Mims Harris. I think I would love to have that one, but I have standards and you have to qualify. But yes, I would like to have a life partner. And new times, new folks about getting theirs. If you know what I mean, yes, I do. Some of us women need to humble ourselves. I'm not saying not have standards, but let a man be a man. And I mean real man, not a part-time boy on someday, but a real man 24 hours, 7 days a week. Cause I agree, I should be married by now. So who's out there? Get ready to get married. Okay. I don't know what you're asking. So please kind of help me out with that. Why you feel you should be. I don't know. Yes, I want the companionship for the right man. Someone with similar core values and in alignment with me. Okay. Amen. Well said. Okay. Okay. I'll let that go. Sounds of desperation. God probably sent someone and you didn't want them. Maybe. No, I ain't gonna say maybe. Probably so. I'm not even gonna dispute that, brother. I'm not even gonna dispute that. Renee Duncan. I would say I want companion versus needs one. Okay. I would say it does become harder dating as you get older. In my church, for example, they have young married family groups and older adults. Those who are single are the forgotten group. Oh, it's the forgotten group. I am trying to get some things going, but at times it's hard to get people out. Yeah, I get you. I understand that. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh we all say we want a husband/wife, but are we willing to submit or be submissive? Okay. Y'all heard him. He said he will report back. Okay, I'm gonna hold that to you. Sister Zena, good to have you here. I would love to be remarried, but he has to be sent from God. I tend to choose poorly. Hey, it's not only you. I know I've done it. I trust me. I've done it too. So, Tara Lynn, I'm single and content with it. Maybe later, but now I'm enjoying my life right now. Okay. I'm liking my own company, so I'm prepared when my mate does come. Okay. Shelly Rhea, good to have you. I'm waiting because I keep picking them wrong. I know it's not my choice anyway, but I saw, and got burned, and have the scars to prove it. I understand. Some of y'all single folks need to inbox the single ones on here. Y'all never know. I'm just saying. I know this ain't no way I address that. No dating service, but a few of y'all saying the same thing. Let me address something here now. SBC is not a dating service, but its sister group, SBCC, Single Black Christian Connection, is. And I'm going to say something else too. And while SBC is not a dating group per se, hey, there's nothing wrong with inboxing somebody. Hey, you might see somebody that tickle your fancy. So, hey, but in other words, what Sister Morales say, hey, somebody got to make the first step, though. So I'm glad you said that. Okay, Sister Price, I was married 16 years, and to death we did part. Have 3 grown children, and now it's my time to travel. I'm content being single, but we'll welcome a male friend. Do they have to be a van driver? Okay, I'm just messing with you. Hey, D. Giles, good evening to you. Donna, definitely, I will be submissive with the right person. Okay, Kim, come on. You got to do better. We're going to pick you up next week, okay? Sister Callahan, good to have you. We have to be mindful not to take the term need out of context. Need in this sense doesn't mean desperately needing to the extent of not, what is that? To exist, being able to exist without someone, okay? And I hope I got that. Latrina Blackstone, good to have you. I love being in a relationship, but I keep meeting guys who are in a relationship, living with someone. I know I deserve better. Seems all the real single guys in different states. Well, guess what? All the good single women are in different states too. I understand your pain. And we're not even talking about next state over. We talking about almost halfway across the country, up the hill from it, something like that. I understand that. And I think a lot of us deal with that, though. Good evening to you. Good evening. Quinny Bonds, good evening to you. I'm single, never married, and waiting patiently for my king. I trust God will send him when the right time. I'm not going to say it's easy waiting, but I know it will be worth it. Okay. 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 We'll pick you up next week. Okay. Boy. So, we're gonna move on, but I guess the bottom line is, and like the sister said, sometimes need could be taken out of context, but again, and I just encourage y'all, singles, Christians or otherwise, that do not allow someone to pressure you, to force you, or guilt you to seeking someone. Because it may not be your time yet. And just wait on God, and then hey, just wait. And I'd rather be alone by myself than to be hooked up to someone that was definitely meaning me any good. So something to think about, y'all. Something to think about. Okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. But before we do, the situation. Please like, please subscribe, and please share. Like, subscribe, and share. Okay, good to have y'all. Up next, this is the main course. And here we go. This is the main course, overlooking red flags. There's no need of me going to a definition or what have you, or saying what is a red flag. Okay? No need to go into it though. And a lot of us use sense when we notice a red flag. We say, no, this ain't gonna work. We notice this. We know this ain't right. But most of us, present company included, I'm raising my hand. No, I'll raise both hands. Raise both hands. We see red flags. And we know it's red flags. We know it's so red, it's red. Super red. We see the red flags. But for whatever reason, be it the fear of not, of being alone, like the first topic, or lust, flesh. You know, they look good. I don't want to give this up. Yeah, they got a few red flags here and there, though. But you tend to ignore them. So, and as you know, yes, you know, it's that time. You know, we got some media for you. So, y'all take a listen. You might have some salty language in it, though, so y'all be careful.
Now, we know that there are people out there who lie and deceive. Absolutely. We know this. We know there are people who pull the rug out from under, but most times that's not what happened. Most times it's that we see this, but we decide that our emotions and the feelings that we got for the person are enough to look past it, and then we see this. And then we look past it because that's what comes with loving somebody, and then we see this. Woo! And that's what comes with loving somebody, and so we look past it. So what I'm saying is, how healthy were you if you didn't stand on your boundaries? Ow! How healthy were you if you didn't stand up for yourself? How healthy were you if you let another person play you? You feel me? How healthy were you if you saw the same thing you saw in the last 3 men or women, and you didn't stop and say, let me get off the boat, and you rode it into the ground again?
Just like the brothers say, how many times you've seen it in your last 2 relationships? You've seen it in the last 2 relationships, but guess what though? This one to come in, they look good. They a 10 on the number scale. They are 5 stars on the star scale, star rating. But again, you see it. You see those little nuances, those minutia that happen. Then you tend to ignore it. Sometimes you might say, nothing too much to worry about. But each time it gets worse and worse, you ignore it. Just saying, you know what, I'm not going to let this go. But then, when do you stop overlooking? When it hits you dead in the face? I dealt with that recently with someone cared about a lot. You know, she definitely was 5-star in the looks department and everything, but red flags, red flags, red flags galore. Like she bought those red flags from the Dollar Tree. It was a bunch of them. And each time I would be like, okay, or that story don't add up. You get what I'm saying? 2 + 2 and I'm getting 5. You get what I'm saying? This kept on. And then the final straw, it happened. And I was like, wow. And the thing is, the one that came before that one, I should have went on about my merry way then. But I chose to ignore it, saying, no, Mike, I'm going to hang on in here. Things got to get better. Things got to get better. Like Gomer Pyle say, surprise, surprise, surprise. It didn't. And I'm going to say this. Had I been a fool and stayed in that relationship after that last red flag, things would, and pardon my vernacular, would show enough gotten worse. SHO_NUFF. Things would have shown enough gotten worse. Trust me on that. Let me see what my kinfolks are talking about now. Let me see. Y'all coming in, so let me get this though. Ooh, wait a minute. I like this though. Hold up. And this is good though, so I'm trying to get all y'all. Okay. But I gotta put her up there. We ain't seen Carmelita in about a month. She been traveling. So okay, we're gonna talk to her about that. Okay. My scars from dating are not a deterrent or reminder of the past, but evidence that I am blessed to continue on this life journey. Okay. 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 Laponda. Exactly. Be careful what you ask for. Yeah, I say that all the time. Okay. Preacher. Okay, I think you're talking about the guy in the video. Yes. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure. Okay. Red flags. Okay. 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 Know it. Yes. Okay. Eric Thompson. Hey, Sis Butler says, nope, not overlooking anything. I don't blame you. Hey, Shell, good to have you. I love what you said right there. Some red flags are exciting until they aren't. You said a mouthful right there. And I'm gonna come back to that. I think if I'm able to, because y'all coming in. Sometimes looks, the car he drives, or his huge compliments he gives you should not make you come out on rose-colored glasses. Well, red flags will make you miss your blessings if a good man that has no red flags. Hey, Margaret, great to have you here. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. And thank you for that. Thank you for that star. I appreciate it. Kitty. Wow, for once I agree. Wow. Y'all mark this down. Kitty agree. This is a celebration. Okay. Okay. Come on now, say that. Yeah, they talking about the gentleman on the video. They swoop in like Superman and leave you sitting and asking, why didn't I see it coming? And sometimes you do, and then that's when the gaslighting begins. So, okay, men that have shown me red flags, and I called on it and said, you are judging me in your past relationship. Yep, I'm sure am. Okay, Sis Blackstone. Never over red flags. You might end up with black eyes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Let me see. Wow, not the dollar. Okay. Okay, Barton. Character and integrity is so important. Okay, I almost fell for a red flag, but God stepped in and blocked it. I done did it plenty of times. Sister Zola, it's great to have you here. Yeah, I had to do a lot of healing and self-reflection to establish boundaries. I stayed in a relationship for for 10 years, hoping he would change for the better, but I was hurting myself in the process. Never, ever, never, ever again. I know ooh, sister, thank you. She know the feeling. She's been there. Sister Johnson. Yeah, in the past, I overlooked the red flags, but now I address them because my feelings are important to me. Wow, y'all coming in here. Hey, Sister Regina, good to have you here. I'm a runaway. You don't get too many excuses with me. Karma leader. I used to work past some things that were red flags, but no longer do that. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I knew you gonna. Dr. Wilbanks, I have said it before, and I will say it 1,000 times over. The red flags were my kryptonite in my last relationship. I chose to ignore the signs, and I don't know why I ignore it either. Okay. Sister Murphy, good to have you here. Red flags, preference, or unaddressed relational trauma. These have to be defined before having a conversation about red flags because we have used the term, but now we're at the point where everything is a red flag. Okay. This dude I almost fell for was a big red flag, but God said no. Red flag is when they want to get in the bed first and don't want to go out and get to know who you are. Well, yeah, I don't even think that's a red flag. That's a downright billboard sign right there. That's yeah. Sis Callahan, a lot of times we think we can love the red flags out of a person. But you know what? Yeah. Sometimes there may also be some inner issues which they need to address within ourselves that would draw us to or cause us to stay. Been there and had to face that reality that there were things in me that needed to change. I had to think more of myself. Renee Duncan, with age and maturity, for most comes wisdom. We ignore red flags until at some point you get tired of the same results. You got to get off that Ferris wheel and make a different choice for yourself. That's it right there. Charlene, I'm just thankful God brought me on the other side of my red flag ex-husband. I hear you. Morales, I'm gonna charge you. Okay. Also, some of us are holding on to our past, and our walls are so tall and strongly built, and miss out on our blessing. I'm a witness to this. Like I said, I had to forgive them and forgive myself. But guess what? I stayed in a place and let God do his work. But the big thing is for us to forgive and move on. That's all we are, not allowing ourselves to hear from your past. And that's how we miss out on our king or queen. Okay, here we go. Okay. If we allow the red flags and do nothing, that's called desperate. Know your worth, ladies. I'm gonna get to you, Kitty. Let me get the. I watched Divorce Court with Judge Tola, and I've seen very dysfunctional marriages with a lot of red flags. Sometimes you have to stop, sit back, and ask yourself, what is it about me that I keep attracting certain type of persons that causes you to throw up red flag attractions that can be a dangerous thing? Yeah, just sound okay. Whatever about that. Sweep in like Superman and leave you like kryptonite. Okay. Right here. Kitty says red flags are subjective too. What's a no for me may be a yes for someone else. You know what, kid? I'm glad you said that. You know what? I'm so glad that you said that. I got another piece, I got another clip. So y'all take a listen to this. And what Shell has said too about some red flags are good until it's not. So y'all take a listen.
I don't believe that all red flags should be deal breakers. I don't. What? I really don't. I don't. And I'm a person who has amazing boundaries, but I have realistic boundaries. I have healthy boundaries.
The way y'all date, like y'all literally, you have to.
All women.
If you're going to tell me that you don't think your own red flags are a deal breaker, and then a year down the line you're complaining about what you saw on the first date, that's your choice.
Now hold on,
this
I
man
don't date
showed
potential.
you who he was.
Hold on, wait. I don't date potential. Now, if you show me who you are right then, yes. But realistically, if I'm looking at it, some things really are not. Sometimes I can be unreasonable.
So is it really a red flag then? If
not necessarily,
being...
but per society standard, it may be counted as a red flag, but not always.
So is there like a general red flag, or do you personally have your red flags? Like, what are we talking about here?
I would say it's personal red flags, because there's a lot of red flags that's things I would deem a red flag that a lot of other people wouldn't.
Might not mind.
Some don't care. Some think some like Kitty said, and I like what she had said. Some red flags are subjective. What may be a red flag to you may not be a red flag to others. I pray for the man I come in contact with to show me who they truly are, and that means red flags no longer surprise me. That prayer has been so effective that men have confessed things to me and then left on their own. Okay, let me see. Yvonne Rice, good to have you here. Ma'am, I stayed in a marriage way too long thinking he would change, only to realize I was the one who needed to change by building my self-esteem. I finally filed for divorce, but only wish I had done it sooner. Oh man. And then good point, Kitty. And what she said can be subjective. Some people say one thing, some people say it ain't. Hey, T. All I can say about red flags is trust your intuition, trust your spirit, and if it doesn't feel right, walk away. I hear that then. To each their own. That's it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Now, let me see what else I'm going to do right here. This was going to be a separate topic, though, but I think it definitely meshes with this, though. It's going to kind of lighten the mood a bit, though, but let me see. Let me read these. Y'all coming in here. Sis Henderson, good to have you. I feel that some red flags are universal and some are personal. I'm glad you broke it down like that. I believe that red flags for people that are broken are different from a person that is whole. It is very important that we as individuals are whole first before we get into relationships. There is not a perfect person. What can you tolerate? Okay. Donna, I agree it depends on the individual and whether they view it as a red flag or not. Renee Duncan, exactly. Some things I see as a red flag, someone else may not. At the end of the day, let God lead you in your decision. Okay. Keena Lynn from the Magnolia State, good to have you. Be observant. I only will do a conversation if I value the relationship. Red flags should be acknowledged. Okay, Sister Margaret, some red flags may not always be a red flags. I have preyed on a friendship that I didn't give up on, and that person is still a good friend. I am still using discernment and learning to evaluate red flags and using wisdom to understand the difference. Okay. Narcissistic tendencies can be universal. And Keena says, abuse is a stop sign. Abuse is a stop sign. And I agree with that. Now, oh, wait, y'all coming in here. Okay, hold on. Ooh, y'all, okay. Evern, good to have you here. Red flags for me is a person showing any type of abusive tendencies. Okay. Whew. Here we go, y'all. Naomi, good to have you here. I was accused by a family member of always in relationships if I didn't like the way things were going. He felt I needed to give men more chances instead of simply walking away. He said that no one is perfect and everyone has flaws, and those flaws may present themselves as red flags. I was also told that I'm going to end up old and alone if I continue to nitpick over the little things, and I need to expand my boundaries. God shows us grace, so we should all be more lenient and forgiving. I don't know about that. I mean, I understand that. I don't know. I'm not going to be too lenient. I definitely extend grace to a degree, but once you've shown your behind, that's it right there. That's it right there. Let me see. Narcissistic abuse is real and they hold. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And right there. That's it right there. Now, here's the thing though. Oh, wait, let me get in here too. Let me get in this too. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow. Okay. And I was about to break it down. Zena, I think we overlook red flags because we are scared of the thought of going back to the drawing board. It's hard to invest time, energy, and love and not get a return on your investment. Self-preservation has to come in and play its part. Okay. Now, let me ask y'all this, though. We kind of got to the reasons why we tend to overlook it. I definitely said mine. But now, how do we break that habit? How do we get away from it? How do we get away from it? Do we have to get burnt so many times before we realize, hey, I need to stop overlooking these doggone red flags, or what? What's your solution? Is there a solution to simply just stop being naive, or better, and stop ignoring them and going about your business? I hate it when people say that. Yes, it's very negative and very unnecessary. Okay, let me read this one right here. Sis McIntyre, good to have you. Through prayer and discernment, God has always revealed to me the red flags. Just was seeing someone for 2 months, and I seen some concerns and prayed, and sure enough, the Lord showed me he was with his ex in the dream. I questioned him, and he admitted it. God doesn't play about his children, and he never leaves us ignorant of nothing. Okay. I like this right here. Judy Bell. No relationship with God is a red flag for me. God teaches wisdom, character, and love and respect. Okay. Yvonne Rice says, we should all have standards and boundaries. And with those lines across, for that individual, those things can be red flags. Evern Chapman, can someone explain the difference between knowing red flags and being too picky? I'll take a shot at it. We can be too picky, but things are just too obvious though. Like if you look at, we're gonna use visual for this one right here. Like you look at the cover for this one right here. For the cover for this week's show right here. Ooh, let me move that down right there. Let me move that down right there. All right, Kurt. Like you see, old boy. Well, he on his phone grinning and skinning and grinning. We don't know who he laughing at or whatever, but it might be a red flag. That's how I wanted it to look like. And of course, you see, old girl. Hey, she chose to look away. Hey, and before someone out there be a genius out there and say, well, we don't know what he's looking at. Hey, I created this whole image though. So, you have to kind of straighten folks out with that right there. I still love y'all though. Y'all know that. Okay, let me get to this again. Okay. Oh boy, y'all coming in. Boundaries, I can explain the difference. Take every thought in captivity. Our first thoughts about a person should be brought to God first. Reva. We listen the first time God shows us. We allow God's discernment and Holy Spirit to lead our decisions. Okay. I notice red flags quicker now before my feelings get involved. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me read these things. Okay. Discernment is a godly gift that we don't use enough, because if we use discernment, we will see the red flags. Because at the end, you will find it if it's a good thing or a God thing. And I agree, but the thing is, I'm just going to speak for me. I can't speak for anyone else. I had discernment. But yet my dumb tail still decided to chose to remain with her. And I had good discernment. It was just, I'm just gonna just say it, and I'm gonna beat myself up for it. It was just plain old-fashioned stupidity is why I remained. So yeah, Nina, good to have you. We have to stop looking at potential. Agreed. Let me say this right. Read this right quick. I think being too picky is you find the least thing as a reason to not be with someone. The way the person dresses, choose food, etc. Okay. Keita, if you're skidded and gritted in your fold, I have questions. Don't be like I have smile on my face and you didn't put it there. Ooh. But wait a minute. A friend of mine told me the same thing. She said he could have potential, but is he potent? Ooh, wee. Does he have potential, but is he potent? That that made so much sense to me. Sister McIntyre, that'll preach right there. That'll preach it. And Ken Richardson said it best. Y'all spitting bars in these comments. Yes, you better pray. You better preach. You better preach. Let me see what else it said. That. Ooh, I like that. Yes, and red flags for me is anything that grieves the Spirit of God in me. Wow. So, and let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I guess the bottom line is we got to have. I think it takes courage. I think it takes courage to, once you see the red flag, the obvious one, the one that makes you say, something ain't right about that. I think it takes courage to walk away, to say, hey, enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's enough. It's enough. So, and that's my take on it, though. And that's my take. I know, and it goes back to the first topic. I know we don't like being alone, though, but I'd rather be alone and happy than to be with someone who's a liar and a gaslighter and try to play me for boo-boo the food. Ain't that right, Renee? I hear you. Ain't that right, Renee? Okay, that was a good one right there. And we're gonna move on quickly. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. You know the deal. Okay. As you know, we're in this crazy zone right here. And I'm gonna be honest, this is my first time hearing of this. Okay, grocery stores. I never heard of a smart cart before. I never heard of this technology. Maybe some of y'all that live in developed 21st century cities may know about it. I never heard about this. And y'all help me out with this. Y'all tell me have y'all heard of this? Y'all help me out.
All right, y'all. So me and my girlfriend are at Wegmans, and they have a cart that anytime you put anything in there, it adds it to your list automatically. Watch. All right, so you're gonna grab some sauce. Go ahead, show them. In there. All right, babe, grab a random snack. Anything, quick. Hurry up. Come on, quick, anything. Toss it in there. All right, y'all, but look at this. Look at how futuristic they are. I'm gonna take the same thing out. Okay, now the best part, no more waiting in lines. All you do, you pay from right where the kiosk is on your cart. So then you just hit pay. You just make sure you prove everything that's on your list, and that's it.
Wow. And I just heard of this a few days ago. A few days ago. Wow, I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting, though. I think it's interesting. Yeah, hey, like the old folks say, what would they think of next? Yeah. I've heard of them. I never heard of them. But it's interesting, though, who bags it. Well, you know what? I believe, like a lot of folks, I think you bag it yourself. That's what I believe. You bag it yourself. Yeah, that's a new one. Yep. Yeah. Hey, I never heard of it. Yeah. I love that Kroger had a system like that, bag and pay. Okay. And do y'all remember when Walmart used to have those calculators on the buggy handle till folks started tearing them up? Okay. Yeah. Brother Bart, I had never heard of that. I just, heard them. They're more accurate. Oh, wow. Sometimes they ring up the wrong. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Never heard of it. Okay, it's how to be a normally smart car. She said she don't trust it. Sister Manson had something like that. I loved it. Okay. Let me see. I've experienced that at the Amazon store. Okay. Zena says, well, no more meeting people. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. We are becoming less and less social as society. Sam's Club, okay. In Walmart, you can use the app, scan your bill. Okay. Mm-hmm. I remember the pushing one. Okay, I didn't think it was Walmart. Getting rid of jobs. Well, sometimes, that's after party stuff. Okay. And because now I got another video. And last week a lot of y'all was barbecuing and what have you, though. And I know some of it was good. Well, probably most of it was good, though. So, would y'all eat barbecue here? Y'all take a look. And if y'all do, I'll take some orders.
Only at the K. We filing food away on our foul barbecue. Hey, this the barbecue master himself. Kimball High School class 87. Go down with it, Coach. Look what we got in the file, in the barbecue file. Oh my God. Oh Lord, him work.
Hey, try to make the baby back do right. He know Jarvis. Yeah, Jarvis, I church him. Hey.
Okay, who wants a plate? Who wants a plate? Which y'all eat it. Again, who wants a plate? Y'all coming in here. Wait, come on, Mike. Nope. She said no. Kitty says no. And we'll do for make it old. And you know what? I've seen that. They do it. I think they do it in Alabama too. Yeah, definitely. Kim says black folk for we creative. Oh my. Sister Baz said, come on now, Uncle. Give me barbecue ribs and some chicken. Okay. She said, Miss McIntyre said, I'm good. Okay. Cherie says she's a big vegan. So, okay. Rolls of beef on that grill smoker. I'm the munch in the plate. Okay. Naomi says, okay. Minister Harris. Good evening. Let's see. I must leave that. Oh, okay. Glad you could join us though. Make sure you get a plate, please. But there's a way. No, they go too far. Okay, I'm gonna read a few more and that's pretty much it. I see. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. Where's the ratchet? When the ratchet ingenuity? Hey, it works, I guess. Dang, I'm no hood, but yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I probably would. He got skills. They did that on a competition show I watched on Netflix. And we'll stop it right here with Ugandan pig feet. Okay, cuz. I seen you. Well, we both get a plate, cuz. Okay. Okay. Okay, dokes. Coming up next at 1:30, give or take, more likely take. We're going to have the after party. And if you're in these groups that's featured here, SBC or SBCC, make sure you wait on the link. As it says, the Zoom link will be posted in the groups at 1:30. Y'all better hope it's 1:30, okay? And if it's the Lord's will, we'll be right back here next week for another exciting or interesting conversation field edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. I enjoyed myself, and thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for everything. And I don't take it lightly that you come here and you spend your Tuesday here. So I thank you so much. And I'm trying to do something. I'll forget it. So thank y'all so much. Until then, see y'all later. Y'all take care. Don't take any wooden nipples. So long, everybody.